Yo, what's up, LDBC? I ain't made no videos in a long time, very long time. But one fight that piques my interest, or a few fights, I might make some more videos. I don't know if I got the time, but well, one fight that piques my interest is Badu Jack versus James DeGale, and I can tell you right now, sorry, I can tell you right now, if that fight happens, James DeGale better not underestimate Badu Jack, and he better not come in flabby like he came in with Medina. He better not, man, cause at 168 pounds, at super lightweight, I mean not lightweight, super middleweight or whatever it's called, at 168 pounds, the best body puncher up there is Badu Jack, and I noticed a lot. Um, James DeGale wasn't really, he was kind of soft in the midsection, man. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. He was kind of soft, and like I said, Badu Jack is a disgusting body, body ripper, body puncher. He's the best at 168. Um, that's gonna be a really good fight, though. Either way, that's still gonna be a really good fight. Let's see. I'm not gonna make no prediction or nothing right now, but I heard a schedule for November from my Fact King. The Facts King. I heard it. Shout out to him, man. He be dropping them good videos, but I just want to say that if this is a meaningful fight, this is a meaningful fight. This is this year. This will be one of the top five meaningful fights because you got this year. What do we have? Yeah, War versus Kovalev. Of course, that's number one, and we had Terrence Crawford versus Victor Postal, which was number two, and number three was, let's see. Let me think. Oh, number three was Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman. And number four would be GGG versus Danny Jacobs this year. And number five will be this fight. And the only reason I say this will be number five is because nobody's really paying too much attention to 168, not like that. But for some reason, I don't understand why. I don't know if it's because he's not flashy as everybody else or what have you. I've actually seen Badu Jack, man, and I'm telling you now that he's a pretty big dude, man. And in the when he's not training, he's a pretty big dude. He's probably, I don't know, man. I don't want to say 200 pounds, but in the off season, I mean, maybe, I don't know. He's not like fat. He's just he bulky, you know. But nobody really, gives him, not, I'm not gonna say just due, but nobody will rank him high. Nobody will rank him high enough. I mean, he beat Anthony Durrell, and he showed a lot in that fight to me. He had some, he had some Andre Ward credentials in that fight, and he actually has them in pretty much all fights just by the way he fights. That not really pickaboo, stance, but that American American training stance, the American style of boxing, I would say, because that's kind of American. That's what we taught in the amateurs. So to box with that tucked in chin and your jab hand, in conventional style. He has an American conventional style of boxing, and he's pretty good at it, man. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty good at it. It might not be the flashiest style, but he gets body shots off, and we saw that in the fight with Lucian Bute. So I just hope James DeGale, man, if he does play, if this fight happens, and if he goes in there flabby, man, I hope you don't think Badu Jack will stop you to the body. He has 11 stoppages by body punches or 11 knockdowns or something. So you know he can tear you up to the body if you're not in good shape, and that's the problem that's been going on with James DeGale because James DeGale he come in flabby, non-stiff. He be soft, and the thing is, it's not like this is the off season. This is in the middle of bouts. He be flabby in the midsection, soft. So I don't really know who to pick because in this, who would my prediction be for? Because in this instant, the A side would be, you know, Badu Jack. But a lot of people don't see. A lot of people don't. For some reason, I don't know what it is. When it comes to boxing, a lot of people don't see. Like they look for flashy things. Like, well, James DeGale, his Olympic career and stuff like that. And then James DeGale, well, he'll stop you, and he got fast hands or whatever. You know, with same reason they was looking at Anthony Durrell because Anthony Durrell got good power, real good power, and Badu Jack was able to, I guess I would say, outbox him because if you look at the tape, Anthony Durrell, the fundamentals are kind of skipped, and I think a lot of people are forgetting about that. You have to stick to your fundamentals. That's something that Rigondeaux, even though Rigondeaux southpaw, he sticks to the fundamentals completely for a southpaw stance. Andre Ward, a perfect infighter, perfect fundamentals, a perfect American style conventional stance, and then you have Badu Jack, and then Triple G. Triple G has very good fundamentals as well. Um, and honestly, man, I don't know who else I would say has good fundamentals, man, because I like a lot of fighters, I really do. But at the end of the day, the fundamentals are something that shows if you know what they are, and you squat down, you turn in on your punches, you dip in, you pretty much squat on your right hands. This is something that Andre Ward does. This is something that uh, Gorilla Rigondeaux does. This is something that Triple G does, and this is something that Badu Jack does. But I don't know who else does it. I don't really see it. You know why? Because everyone else is kind of deviating away from that fundamental core of boxing. And hey, I mean, hey, it's not a street fight. I'm gonna tell you that now. If you can box, if you stick to the fundamentals, if you do your part, like Andre will always say, if I do my part, if I work as hard as I can and I keep my fundamentals and everything, things should play out perfect for you. And that's what happened in the Anthony Durrell versus Badu Jack fight. It was a difference of fundamentals. It's no different fundamentals to boxing. There is no different fundamentals to boxing. No matter where you're from, the fundamentals are the fundamentals. It's one thing to be street brawling or street fighting or just hitting pads or, you know, you doing some things, but it's another thing to have that fundamental core skills of boxing. It's completely different. So, I don't know. I hope this fight happens. I hope Danny Jacobs versus GGD happen. I hope Jacobs win too. You know, because a lot of people are like, well, GGG should be the big favorite, but why? Who have he fought? Peter Quillen easily debunks David Lemieux. Easily. Peter Quillen in one round at that. So the better resume to me, just by default, will have to go to Danny Jacobs, just by default with Peter Quillen on it. So I mean, that's that. I mean, Sergio Moore, I mean, he might not be the best at 160, but he had his time. So I'm just glad these fights are being made. These are good fights for the middleweight division and the weight class that, I'm in. So these are good fights for that. Especially 168. Nobody really paying too much attention up there, but 168 is a good weight class. 175, 160. I like those weight classes because it's the regular size people, not the real small people or the real big people. It's just regular size, you know. So another thing is, another way I could compare the difference between these fighters. Badu Jackson is an apparently he's an infighter. He has good fight. He does a good job on the well. You know what? Recently he's been okay with some distance, and that in the